I think the best word to call the Democrats is apparatchiks. They hold the veneer of liberalism, but really just triangulate and manage. I could have forgot you saying such a word if you did sue me. Apparatchiks. Is this like an ancient Marxist term that I'm a member of the Communist Party apparat, a loyal, obedient official or bureaucrat within any large organization, but the term originated as a derogatory label for a full-time professional functionary of the Communist Party and Soviet. Okay, I think there's a part of it that's true, but I think it goes a little bit beyond that. I think that a lot of Democrats in power don't think the government can be anything other than a bureaucratic institution that serves capital, and they take pride in being the most competent administrators and the people who do the most and best work in making it work for the people. And the reason they get so snooty, the reason they get so snide and so condescending is because they think that you're like a naive idealist. They're like, oh, no, I've been in the system. This is a machine that serves a specific purpose. I'm doing the best I can making it work for everyone. You fucking ingrate. Of course you think you can make it all work for you, you communist or whatever, but they get snooty because you're pointing out to them that they're failing in the job they pretend they do best, you know? The Republicans don't think that way. Republicans are open with the grift. The Republicans are aware of the fact that they're there to take the government for a ride, make as much money off it as possible, get as much benefit from it as possible, and then, you know, live their life yeehaw party, you know? So for that reason, they're not as condescending to their voters. They're actually a lot more fearful of their voters because they're worried they might lose their jobs, in my opinion. Why not just get ebooks? I don't know, man. I feel like the tactileness of actual books does make a difference. And I don't mean that in some like hipster way or whatever. I mean like in your ability to focus on the book. Having it be on your phone is like a neurotoxin because it's your phone. Like it's like, okay, everything is on the phone. You know, you wake up, you're on the phone, you fall asleep, you're on the phone. I feel like it does feel better to have a physical book, you know? It's obviously sometimes that's not practical or convenient. It can't always get physical copies of everything and it's expensive and everything. But like, you know, I think it's preferable to do that. Audiobooks are based though. I can't focus on audiobooks. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm being encouraged to show you. But you can't direct my content. Get out of here. Oh my God. Because my partner is stupid and can't has no sense of pattern recognition, they got me large, thick books on heavy subjects that they now expect me to read. So I'm on the hook for this now. I've tried explaining to them. Literally, they were pitching this to me, like getting me a book, and I'm like, you have to know I'm really bad at reading. And they knew this. And then they got me books. Yeah? Oh, you want to dictate stream content, then dictate how I talk about it? Look at this. They were just like, this isn't a heavy subject. It's about architectural and physical design. They were like, it has pictures. Yeah. Sometimes. It also has words. Not like a comic book at all. Honestly. Those aren't for reading, they're for displaying behind you to give the illusion that you're well read. Oh. No, I think they expect me to read them. I'll read them. Not to sound like I'm blazing, but how do you know so much about political topics if you struggle with reading? Same, by the way. They come to me in dreams. The knowledge comes to me in dreams. I haven't double-checked my knowledge on any of these subjects in years. It's all prophecy. That tracks? Yeah! There are studies suggesting reading physical books does lead to higher retention. Yes. Oh, you know what else has been shown, by the way? If you're taking notes, writing them down is much better for memorizing them than typing them out. Much, much better. Significant difference. I want to get like a cute little bit of Japanese stationery, you know? I'll pay the tariffs, I don't fucking care. I'll get like a little notebook and I'll keep it in one of the many pockets that all of my jackets have now because I wear jackets with a lot of pockets. And anytime I want to remember something, I'll be like, ooh, and I'll write it down and my brain is going to be so big. My brain is going to be fucking huge. I'll be insufferable. Thing Japan. This right now is fully Thing Japan. I am Thing Japanning. Most of the time, the thing actually is different. In this case, I am Thing Japanning. All right. Shut the fuck up. Hey Vaush, have you seen the new Hideo Kojima PT-inspired horror game trailer? I never look at trailers. I don't look at trailers. I didn't even look at trailers for Silksong. Everything that I saw was against my will. When I experience a piece of art, I want to go in there with no expectations. None. Well, or at least only like a genre understanding, the people who have worked on it in it. I don't want to look at trailers. I don't know if I'll play it, though. I'm a gigantic pussy. When it comes to horror games, I'm a big baby. Have you played Outer Wilds? Not only have I played Outer Wilds, I've played it on stream. Very, very good playthrough. Maybe start a community garden if you need a co-op feel, let the business be profitable. Well, a community garden is like, in many cases, just a feel-good waste of space. The city has to zone for it, kind of, or somebody has to allow it on their property, you know? That's a lot of land, you know? Man, listen, if you want to better your community, take it seriously and start a business that makes the community better. And I'm not doing this in like a vote with your wallet kind of way. I mean, if you want to improve the community, that often takes a lot of work, and it means getting your hands dirty, and it means building something, and it's difficult, but you can often, it's doable, you know? But if you just want to like LARP as like a local, you know, cosmopolitan urbanite, you know, latte matcha drinking, you know, social, you know, social service worker or whatever, you want a feeling. You want a feeling more than anything. Chat should learn to make garlic confit, amazing condiment, and allows you to store garlic for months. That I actually completely agree with, genuinely. People, like, this is the key, okay? All of cooking well is having the right seasonings and sauces, okay? And one trick to make literally anything tasty is to drown it in mayonnaise. But, problem. Mayonnaise is 50 trillion calories per tablespoon. Seriously, like mayonnaise per tablespoon is like 8 times as many calories as ketchup. People think of ketchup as the slop food. It's not. Ketchup is a relatively low calorie dipping sauce. You gotta invest in making the good shit, okay? That can be like pico de gallo, that can be pesto, that can be like a garlic confit, that can be anything with fucking hot sauce. For me personally, I like mixes of like hot sauces, spices, and Greek yogurt, you know? If you get like a zesty sauce, lime juice, if you can get a zesty sauce and fucking just sprinkle that shit everywhere, you've got your flavor, boy. You don't need no fucking mayonnaise. Your aorta will thank you. Why do you need sauce at all? Some foods need sauce! Tomorrow, thank you for the $5. Bolt House Farms makes some fire sauces that are like 30 to 50 cal per tablespoon. The fire chili ranch blows sriracha mayo away. I'll keep it in mind. Though 30 to 50 calories per tablespoon is still a lot. That's still a lot. The Greek yogurt that I have, which is relatively high-fat Greek yogurt, is 130 calories per 3/4 of a cup. That's my shit. Oh, I am mad. I am mad. I had a Steel Soul playthrough. It was going great. I was, what is it called? Biowater? I forget the name of the biome. I mean, I had, like, moved quite a bit through. I was in the crust area, the coral reaches, or whatever, and I lost my fucking Steel Soul playthrough to a glitch. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm very mad. I'm not mad. Glitch? No. Actually a glitch, okay? Let me describe the situation to you. Unless there's some mechanic that I am unfamiliar with, this was a glitch, and a reminder to me why I don't typically play that kind of game mode, okay? I had 3 masks, and then the shield, and then the final mask. So I had 4 health plus the shield, you know? The trinket that you wear that gives you the 1-hit buffer that people play in Steel Soul, okay? And I got hit by a 2 damage laser beam, which knocked my health down to 1 mask and then the shielded mask, okay? And then that damage knocked me into an environmental hazard. Now, of course, there is a there's a buffer in between taking multiple instances of damage, right? The only exception to this is if you get hit by a regular attack and then an environmental hit, right? So if you get hit by an enemy and then fall into lava, you can take 2 hits in quick succession. But that's it. 2 hits in quick succession. Apart from that, it's just that. So I had 1 health and then the mask left, okay? I got hit into the environment. Somehow, a hit from the environment did one mask, then knocked through my shield, and then got my final mask in an instant. Hit, dead. Which shouldn't be possible because the mask eats double damage. So even if the damage that hits the mask and the mask alone is a 2-hit attack, even if it's 2 1-hit damage attacks in succession, it should not break through the mask. But even if it would break through the mask, I technically had 3 health. The mask, and then the shield, and then the final mask. I'm mad. Ooh, put in the paper. Put in the paper, he mad. That's what I get for playing Steel Soul. Was it the sandworms? It doesn't matter what it was. The mask was still there. No single hit of damage should be able to knock through the mask and then the final health point. But even if it could, I had 3 health, not 2. So there should have been the 1 remaining mask, in which case I would have immediately hit pause and, you know, quit to menu. How's your day going otherwise? I'm not going to lie, that's been taking up a lot of emotional bandwidth. That's been taking up a lot of what's going on up here. Do you have a recording of this? No, I don't have a recording of this. I wish it was on stream so everyone could agree with me, but no, it was unambiguously a glitch. I can't even say it was a bug because then people are like, oh, it's Silksong. Of course a bug killed you.